So I need to move forward a bit, don't I?
Yes. You might want you to throw a grenade in there.
How do I do that?
And then when you let it go, you throw it. Oh.
Oh. You died holding a grenade too long. Okay, well that'll learn me, won't it? Hello, I'm James Holland and I'm a historian of the Second World War, and I'm here today to try out one of the most famous video games of them all, Call of Duty World War II, and to see just how historically accurate it really is.
Hey, I wish I was coming home to her.
Yeah, just wait till...
Well, good start. This is all... I mean, obviously I can't hear... Oh, he's writing to his sweetheart. Diary, picture. I mean, I've got to say the graphics are stupendously good. Here we are, D-Day, June the 6th, 1944. Could it have been anything else? The medium bombers are going over. That's good. Getting a smoke.
Everybody down!
I knew there was going to be lots of red mist over the screen. I've got to say, this is very good. Is it sacrilegious to say this is slightly better than Saving Private Ryan? He handed, mate. Honestly, I'm worried about him with his hand. Ooh. That's very good. Mortars. I mean, that did destroy one of the incoming landing craft in Company A. It's making me flinch a bit. Oh my God. Oh dear. Okay, I'm staying low for the moment. I don't want to get out yet. How do I get over the side? Am I over? Or am I in? Maybe I'm wounded. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm still alive. Okay, I'm going forward. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm going forward. I think I'm going forward.
This is what you trained for! Now pick up that banger!
Okay. No. Is that my leg? Oh no, that's someone else's leg. So far, I seem to be alive, which I'm amazed about. I just know that if I had been on D-Day, I'd definitely get it. I'm very tempted to just loiter here and stay here. I'm like the classic private in the 1st Infantry Division who doesn't want to get off the beach, doesn't want to stay, but he wants to stay behind the tank. Glad to see that unlike Saving Private Ryan, Rommel's asparagus are facing the right way and the bits of wood look really roughly hewn. How do I run though? There's lots of incoming. I think I'm just going to have to go for it now. Okay. Ah! Oh no, I've got some red blood. That's it. Oh, I've shot one of my own. You are hurt. Get to cover. Well, I'm going to try. I'm feeling in the moment. I've got to say this is way better than a movie. Oh dear, I'm worried that I'm going to get addicted to this. I think this does look pretty accurate. I mean, you know, with all these things, it depends on what stage of the beach you are. It wasn't universal carnage. It really, really wasn't. Because I'm in the big red one. This is the 1st Infantry Division. I'm assuming that I am at the zone on the beach called Easy Red. I'm going to kind of move along here a little bit. There's a guy wounded. Sorry, mate, can't help. It's dog eat dog here. There's an officer. Okay, what do you want me to do, Sarge? Oh. Okay, I'm now doing a Bangalore torpedo. That's quite interesting. I wasn't expecting that. This is also very, very accurate. I love the fact that it's got paint scrape marks.
Fire in the hole!
Whoa! Fire in the hole! Love it. I need to look up. Oh. I've just been hit by a German. Wasn't expecting that. Well, I've got to say, I'm really surprised about just how good that was. That was really accurate. Nice little touches, like sort of chip paint and things. I thought that was really, really good. The rocking around, the fact that all the men are soaked in the landing craft, that was really good. Another little nice touch, Rommel's asparagus, which are these sort of posts which stick up, and they're facing the cliffs, which they're not in Saving Private Ryan, it has to be said. The idea is that the landing craft goes up like that and then sinks back onto them. But overall, pretty good. I'm not sure German troops would have been down on that 4-bit at the base of the cliffs. They'd have been up on the cliffs. I mean, why come down to meet them when you can be stuck up when I'm on the cliffs in a much stronger defensive position? But overall, this is miles better than a movie. You know, I'm pretty impressed, it has to be said. Okay, because I'm one of the 842 that were killed on Omaha Beach on D-Day, I've got my friend John to actually get me to the next level. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, you got him. No, you got killed. He got out his Luger before you did. Smoke. Okay, so there just aren't these things here. So the Germans wouldn't have been on this lower bit at the base of the bluffs. And also they'd have been wearing helmets, not field caps. This is a perfectly good German trench. This is what a German trench would have looked like, but they just weren't here on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I'm glad to see the Jerrys have got their helmets on. I was worried about them prancing around with just their field caps. Oh, and you've picked up an MP40, which is interesting. So you've now got a German submachine gun, which you've obviously picked up. Oh, there's a mortar. Let's take that mortar. Very good. Again, all the chip paint and the fact that it's slightly worn, even on the first aid boxes, that's really incredibly good. I've been in so many German bunkers, and they do look like this. It's absolutely spot on. You got him. Also, I'm not sure they'd be wearing greatcoats. I mean, it is summer. So the trenches you've got are they're really good. You know, they do look how they would have looked. They're just, you wouldn't have had them in that situation on Omaha Beach. And I absolutely get why you've got them there, because this is all about getting to levels and stages. And you've got to get off the beach, then you've got to get to the seawall, then you've got to get over the seawall, then you've got to tackle the first lot of trenches and bunkers and all the rest of it. Then you've got to get up onto the bluffs, etc., etc. I get all that, but that bit of it is not realistic. Okay, so I'm now in a bunker. Well, a kind of trench system. Okay, so this looks really good. Lots of wire, crinkly iron. Again, the crinkly iron is sort of half rusty. The wood sort of badly chipped around. That's exactly as it would have been. And that's, of course, these are telephone wires. These are field telephones so that people can communicate. Again, look at the camouflage netting is absolutely spot on. The chip nature of the concrete is really good. That's absolutely bang on. I mean, someone's really kind of thought about this. So I need to move forward a bit, don't I?
Yes. You might want you to throw a grenade in there.
How do I do that?
And then when you let it go, you throw it.
Oh, you died holding a grenade too long. Okay, well that'll learn me, won't it? Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, that's this is one of my favorite submachine guns, even though I've just killed. That submachine gun I've just been having it was developed for the Waffen SS, and it was one of them was captured by the Royal Navy at Dunkirk in 1940, and they reverse engineered it and turned it into a thing called the Lanchester. And it's heavy. It's a big, heavy submachine gun. It's called an MP28. So obviously developed in 1928. And it's heavy like a Thompson machine gun. One of the problems with a lot of the German weapons is they're too well engineered, which means you get grit in them, something goes slightly wrong, they don't work. Whereas actually what you want is something that's a bit sort of looser manufactured, which is such as the PPSH, which is the Soviet one. All the uniforms they've got are pretty accurate. I'm not sure about this Johnny on the left here with the Tommy gun. That doesn't look quite right to me. No, that's not accurate. He'd have been wearing an M41. Pearson's got the wrong jacket on. So the next generation of jacket was the M43, which was developed by them, but wasn't really coming in until sort of September, October time. What they would have had up until then is an M41, which is a short jacket, just comes down to your waist. Serge lined, very thin serge lined, poplin cotton, zipped up. That's what they would have been wearing on D-Day. And what I've got here, it looks like a K98, which is a German rifle. One of the problems with that is the breech comes back a long way. It makes it very, very, very safe to use, but it means you've got to kind of re-aim all the time. It's fine in sort of close quarter stuff like this, but if you're trying to do anything at distance, you can only fire around 15 rounds a minute, something like that. Whereas a British one, a short magazine DE Enfield, you can fire about 30, so double the amount, because the pullback on the bolt is much shorter. Ah, cool. I'm now back with my MP28, which I'm quite happy about. Oh, good detail here. Loving that. Yeah, that's exactly how they were. They did give them a sort of whitewash, but not much one. I was getting too carried away with marring the interior details, but they were absolutely fantastic. Again, all that attention to detail I really, really like. I think it's really, really incredibly atmospheric. Does this give you an impression of what it would have been like? Yeah, I think it does actually. The detail is absolutely spot on. Some of the jackets and things don't seem to be quite right to me, but the weaponry is good. All the stuff surrounding stuff is really, really spot on. The sense of what it's like, sort of fires burning, mud, mayhem, carnage, rust. All that is tickety-boo. So John has shown me how to do this properly. All the signs on the wall are good. It's unbelievably gory. Yeah, that's absolutely spot on. So that's an air pump. That's a ventilation system, you can see. Really good. Yep, that's exactly what they look like. They didn't have these like this. And the bunkers they had of this sort of caliber of concrete were gun casements. I mean, this is like a huge, great network of concrete. It just wasn't like that. But equally, I get the point of it, because obviously this is a game and you've got to have different stages and so on. Yep, that's machine gun sounds right. I mean, there is an argument, and also the heated barrel sounds good as well. Very good. I mean, you know, an MG42, for example, is firing at 23 bullets a second. And every single bullet that's coming out has got a little kind of explosive charge in it, which of course creates a very intense amount of heat. So very quickly, the barrel, that's an MG42 there. Those are both MG42s. Absolutely spot on. So very quickly, those barrels overheat. Unless you change the barrel, unless you stop, and in which case obviously the barrel then starts to cool again. So it was verboten for a German to kind of fire more than 250 rounds consecutively, which basically meant, although it had an actual rate of fire of 1,400 rounds per minute, it had a practical rate of fire of only around about 150. Because if you kept firing at 1,400 rounds a minute, then what would happen is your machine guns wouldn't work. They're absolute beasts, MG42. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to fire one of these things. They're completely uncontrollable. They're spitting out so many bullets that they just fly all over the place. But what they do give you is a huge amount of lead over a very wide area very quickly. The interesting thing is that new research, actually done by Marty Morgan, who is the guy who is the weapons advisor on Call of Duty. So all these, when you hear the MG42, when you hear the Tommy gun, the PPSH, for example, firing, what you're listening to is Marty's weapons firing, you know, for real. They're just using those sound effects and using them very effectively. But Marty has researched and thinks that, well, it's very likely there wasn't even a single MG42 on Omaha Beach. Because you're only talking about 350 Germans defending it, the bluffs, something like that. Those 350 men in the bluffs were equipped with Maxim guns, you know, MG08s, the same thing that was sort of gunning down British soldiers on the first day of the Somme, for example. I mean, these are really not high-grade troops at all. They're mostly foreign troops, people that have been from countries that have been overrun in the first part of the war and forcibly recruited to fight for Germany. So not highly motivated, officered by Germans, of course, but the main troops are low-grade troops, poorly equipped with a sort of complete mash-up of different weapons, and very, very few, if any, MG42s. So that side of things is not accurate. So this is far too extensive. The detail is accurate, but not accurate to Omaha Beach. Well, overall, I've got to say I'm hugely impressed. The attention to detail is absolutely spot on. And for the most part, they've got it pretty accurate, you know, from the approach to the beach, to the beach obstacles, to the kind of concrete that's being used, the wires around the edge, the revetments with the wood. All of that is absolutely spot on. Where it falls down is on the kind of extensive nature of this huge concrete bunker complex. It just wasn't like that. Beach defences over on Normandy, and also particularly on Omaha Beach, were pretty rudimentary. There are still some big casements there, but they were really just for holding guns, big artillery pieces, and not much more. But overall, you know, I'm giving this pretty high marks. I'd give this a kind of sort of 8 out of 10. I think it's pretty A1. Well, thank you very much for watching, and you can get a copy of my most latest book, Brothers in Arms, in ebook, on audio and in paperback by clicking the link below. And please do subscribe to Penguin for more videos like this.